Thank you. And John, thank you for being here. It seems like page after page, this places the blame on the previous administration, starting with page 1. President Biden's choices for how to execute a withdrawal from Afghanistan were severely constrained by conditions created by his predecessor.
Yeah.
Let me just follow up with you on something that Ed was asking, which is, does the president take responsibility for the withdrawal and everything that happened thereafter?
He's the commander-in-chief, and he absolutely has responsibility for the operations that our men and women conduct and the orders that he gives. And he continues to believe that the order to withdraw from Afghanistan was the right one. And if you just look, Kristen, at what's happened since we pulled out of Afghanistan and see what the United States military has been better able to do on behalf of the American people, I think there's only one conclusion you can come to, and that it was the right decision.
And as you list the things that could have
But
been...
wait, before I answer, but you need to remember, and I get the question about the previous administration. You got to look at when he came into office, what he was walking into. He didn't negotiate with the Taliban. He didn't invite the Taliban to Camp David. He didn't release 5,000 prisoners. He didn't reduce force levels in Afghanistan to 2,500. And he didn't have an arrangement with the Taliban that they weren't attack our troops. He came in with a certain set of circumstances. He had no ability to change. He had to deal with it based on what he inherited.
And he had 8 months to plan, did he not?
He had to take 8 months to plan because whatever plans there might have been done by the previous administration, we didn't see. And it was not apparent that there was a lot of planning done. So yes, he took some time to work through that. I don't think he could be blamed for that. In fact, he enabled and was able to secure from the Taliban extra time on the clock, because by May 1st, you might remember, they were going to come in guns a-blazing. Hang on a second. I'll get to you. They were going to come in guns a-blazing on May 1st. He got us till the end of August so that we could do, I mentioned that in my opening statement, proper planning that accounted for high-risk scenarios and probabilities that we hadn't thought of before, so that he could get military forces pre-positioned in the region, so that if we had to go in and conduct an evacuation, they could do that. And you know how fast they got there? 48 hours when we ordered a NEO, a non-combatant evacuation, because he put them there and he had to have time to do that.
What does the president believe, what mistakes does the president believe he made?
I'm not going to speak for the president on that score. What I can tell you is that, again, we've done a good faith effort here to work through the lessons learned of this withdrawal. And we've already started to apply those lessons. The president ran a very inclusive, very rigorous, very flexible process that was responsive, as I said, to the views of operational commanders on the ground. He repeatedly asked for and received assessments almost every day about what was going on, and acted in accordance with the best judgment of his advisors, particularly military advisors, as things were unfolding.
John, just finally, given the enormity of this report, given the American lives that were lost, why are we not hearing directly from the president?
We are putting this forth for you and for Congress today. And I think you've heard from the president. He has talked many times about his decision to withdraw from Afghanistan, his belief that it was the right decision. He has talked publicly about the withdrawal before, and about the courage and sacrifice and the professionalism. And he has been, he and the First Lady have been very open and honest and transparent about the sorrow that they feel for those that lost their lives.
Peter, and then I'll go